Hello everyone, this is Assistant Professor Khushbu Prasad from LJ Integrated MBA. So I am back with the personal selling theories. Today we are going to study our third theory, that is buying formula theory of personal selling. This theory focuses on understanding how buyers make decisions and how salesperson can guide that process. It's less about pushing a product and more about solving a buyer's problem. So let's dive in and explore what this theory is, why it matters, and how it works in real life selling situation. So basically, buying formula theory of personal selling. It is a model that outlines the psychological process a buyers go through when making a purchase decision. So every buyer goes through a psychological process. This theory basically tells what are the phases that they are going through. It was developed by E.K. Strong in the early 20th century and emphasized the logical sequence of steps a buyer typically follows. So what are the different steps that a buyer typically follows before making a purchase decisions? This theory covers those steps. Buyer oriented theory. So buying formula theory of personal selling is a buyer oriented theory. In previous theory we have seen that they were seller oriented theory because they were basically based on seller's point of view, that what are the things that sellers has to take, what are the decisions that the seller has to take, what are the sales pitch they should create, what are the environment what are the circumstances they have to look forward for creating a sales, right? But here we are focusing on the needs and the problems of the customers, on the problems of the buyer. So this is basically a buyer oriented theory which focus on buyer side of buyer sellers dynamics. The buyer's needs or problems receives major attention. As I said earlier, the needs or the problems of buyers, we are giving attention on that. The salesperson's role is to help the buyers to find the solution. Now there are certain needs, certain problems. So here the role of salesperson, the job of salesperson is as a problem solver, right? Earlier we were having the product and we were pitching those product to the customers. If they need and if they like the product, they can buy, right? But here now we are focusing on the problem, focusing on the needs of the customers, that they are, what are their needs, and we are solving their problem accordingly. So rather than seeing selling as persuasion or manipulation, right? This theory sees it as a helping someone reach a decision. That's what make it very relevant in today's customer focused marketplace. The theory is based on the fact that there is a need or a problem for which a solution must be found, which would lead to purchase decision. As shown below, we can see there is a need or a problem. Now for those needs and the problem, the salespersons will give the solution and accordingly purchase will take place, and after purchase and consumption, we'll see the satisfaction level, that whether they are satisfied or unsatisfied. In purchasing, the solution involves two parts. One is product or service, or it could be both. Second is brand name, manufacturer or the salesperson of a particular brand name, right? See, for example, there is a need. For example, I want to communicate and I need some device which will help me in presentation for surfing and all, right? So there is a need, there is a problem, I couldn't surf, I couldn't communicate. So there are various alternatives. Could be, it could be either I could either buy cell phone, right? Or I could buy laptop for presentations, or tablet. Okay, so my most important we can say need is communication. So what I go for, there were various alternatives, various product that will help me to fulfill my needs or problems. So among those, what is the which product is the best one. So I'll go for mobile phone, right? In mobile phone, there are various brands. It could be either Samsung, it could be either Vivo, or it could be either iPhone, right? So which brand I would like to pick? So after choosing the product, we are going to choose the brand. So my solution is basically consisting of two parts, right? First is the product. What product I am willing to choose? So I was willing to choose mobile phone, right? Then in mobile phone, what is the brand that I am going for? So whether I am going for iPhone or whether I am going for Samsung. Then after that I will take a purchase decisions, and after purchasing the taking purchase decisions, I'll look forward, that is whether I am satisfied or dissatisfied. For example, if I am purchasing iPhone, right? So in iPhone, there is problem in sharing and documents and all. So my job required this kind of facilities. So if I am dissatisfied, then later on, then there is problem, right? So I'll go for, next time when I purchase, then I'll go for Samsung or other brand, right? So see, there was a problem, then problem, after problem, we will look forward various solutions. For the solution consists of two types, right? First is product. So I chose mobile phone, whether it is adequate or not. If it was adequate, so it will give me a pleasant feeling. Then afterward, I have taken iPhone, right? So it was adequate for me. Sharing of document was difficult, so it was not adequate. So there was some unpleasant feeling. So what I'll do, next time when I make purchase, okay, I was dissatisfied. So next time when I make purchase, I'll go for other brand, right? So this theory is unique because it shifts the focus from the seller's behavior to the buyer's thought process. Instead of asking how should we sell, it asks how do buyers decide to buy, right? So let's consider an example from the tech industry. A hospital needs an electronic record system. The IT consultant, right, that is the salesperson, does not just pitch a product over here. First, they understand how the data, a patient's data is currently managed, what's not working, and what are the needs of that hospital, right? Then they will present their software as the best fit solution. So here what is being done? First of all, the salesperson is finding the problems, the needs of the buyer, okay, and they are coming up with the best alternative solution. This was all about the buying formula theory of personal selling. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.